What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be taking a deep dive into just what went wrong for Team BDS in the final game of the grand final of the Spring Major. So we're going to go ahead and jump right on into this. We're going to be kicking things off with the score tied 1-1 with just under 4 minutes to go. We're not going to be taking a look at every single goal that Team BDS conceded, but for our first example here, the main idea we're going to want to look at is Team BDS players getting on top of each other, some players attempting to do too much, and just making things very awkward on defense. So we're going to start off here as Team Vitality gets this clear downfield, and the first thing we're going to notice is that all three Team BDS players are on the same side of the field. So this is going to create some very awkward situations, as when everyone's on the same side of the field, everyone tends to kind of want to rotate in the same direction to similar places. So as we go ahead and roll this forward, we'll see that Monkey Moon goes ahead and jumps up here, gets this touch over to the corner, and now what we're going to have is Seiko and Monkey Moon literally in the exact same position here on the wall, with Rise rotating back downfield on the same side of the field as well. So now this ball is going to be chipped to the backboard by Alpha, and then played over to the left-hand side of the field for Team BDS's defense. Now as this ball gets played over, let's watch what happens to the Team BDS defense as it comes over to this side. Oh look, all three players just following the ball over in that direction. Now from here we're going to hop on board with Rise to see how things unravel even further. So he's going to see that Monkey Moon is going to go first here, so okay, he's going to turn back up the wall and wait for Monkey Moon's challenge. Now the really important thing here is that we need a lot of patience in this situation from Rise. He can't afford to go challenge this ball too early after Monkey Moon's challenge, because if we get two players taken out of the game, it makes life very difficult for Seiko, who is the last man back. So Rise is going to wait patiently here. Monkey Moon's going to go for this challenge. He gets the block here. Now in this exact moment, what Rise is seeing is, okay, Monkey Moon's gone for the ball, he's out of the play, I know I have a teammate back behind me, Zen is floating, also out of the play, so this should be a free ball for me, so he's going to go ahead and try to challenge this. What he doesn't take into account is the fact that Monkey Moon could very easily just fall on top of this. In the current situation that we're in, if we look around, there is no one from Team Vitality in this area, so we don't exactly need to rush this touch into the corner. So if we just wait a second to make sure that Monkey Moon is not going to touch this, and then go for the ball, we will have a free touch in this situation. Unfortunately, Rise tries to go right now, and as you can see, Monkey Moon is falling on top of this ball, and now both Rise and Monkey Moon are kind of out of the play. So now we head over to Seiko. So he sees that interaction, and now he's thinking, okay, cool. Zen, we can see his boost trail coming this way, so he's heading in this direction, so Seiko knows he doesn't have to worry about Zen turning around for this ball. He sees Rise floating in the air, so we're not worried about him, and guaranteed through comms, Seiko is calling that he has this, so we should probably be expecting Monkey Moon to rotate around, maybe get prepared for another challenge to come back into the corner as Alpha approaches this as well, but it looks like we have stuff set up here for a 50-50 between Seiko and Alpha. That's what you might expect, but of course expect the unexpected, as Monkey Moon is going to turn back onto this ball somewhat and block Seiko's path to this challenge. So now Seiko is in this incredibly awkward position where he's already cheated out to the corner, and now there's no play for him here. So now he's turning back to net slightly, and Monkey Moon is going to get a touch here that unfortunately does not maintain control of the ball at all. Instead, it just becomes a pass into the midfield, and since Seiko has cheated out and is now kind of stuck in this, am I going back to the net, am I staying out to challenge position that he finds himself in, he kind of gets caught in no man's land, tries to get out now to challenge Redosin, and it is just too late in this situation as the ball is in their net. So what we see here seems to just be a total breakdown of communication and figuring out who needs to go for the ball, as well as allowing our team to space out effectively, just going way too close into the corner. Seiko does a nice job here of rotating around. Now he thinks it's his ball. Turns out, oh no, it's not. Okay, maybe it's going towards the net. Maybe I should be back there. Oh no, Monkey Moon's playing this out. Oh gosh, Redosin's there, and it's just in my net. A lot of panicking on the defensive side there, and a lack of clarity in who's going for the ball that causes a breakdown in Team BDS's rotation and gives the goal to Team Vitality. Fast forwarding now, we're going to take a look at the next goal that BDS is going to concede here, and the next two that we're going to look at are going to be very similar in idea, and it's all going to be about giving Alpha 54 way too much space on the field. So we're going to start here with Rise forcing some challenges in the corner, and as we'll see here in this situation, we have Monkey Moon rotating back, Seiko prepared to come in for the next challenge, and all of Team Vitality except for Zen is a little bit far out of the play. So Rise doing a nice job keeping this ball stuck in the corner in a safe spot, maintaining control of the play on defense is very good. Now Zen is going to come forward here, and he's going to look to get this pass back out towards Alpha. Now what's going to happen is Seiko's going to rush in for this challenge and get a decent challenge with Zen, but it's still going to pop the ball out towards Alpha. What I might think Seiko might want to do here in this situation, since he can see exactly what Zen is trying to do and he knows he has help behind him, he can just let Zen hit this pass towards Alpha. If we know where this ball is going, we can just follow it out and get a challenge, but by putting in a challenge on Zen, that's going to force the ball in the exact direction Zen is trying to play it, we are automatically taking ourselves out of the play and not really doing much of anything to make life easier for our team, as the ball is just heading towards Alpha regardless. So Seiko comes forward, puts in this challenge, and the ball bounces back out towards Alpha. Now here's the really important thing in this play, because Alpha comes forward, and now what we'll see right here in Rise's perspective is we have Monkey Moon right off to the side here, and him right here. So again, we're in a situation where both players are in very similar positions on the field, and this can cause some brief hesitation in who needs to challenge this ball. Because as Alpha takes this ball up the wall, someone here should be going as quickly as possible to make sure we deny Alpha the space in the air. Because if we give Alpha too much time, he's going to set himself up in such a way that he is able to get around everyone on the defense once we finally decide to challenge. So as we see here, Alpha takes the ball up the wall. As we can see, the entire BDS defense just sitting on the ground waiting to see what Alpha is going to do. So Alpha gets up to the ceiling, and now he's already reset his flip. So he has his flip, jumps off the ceiling, so still has his second flip to use. Rise is still stagnant on the ground. So what Alpha has done in this situation is he has pretty much guaranteed that as soon as one of the Team BDS players jumps up to challenge him, he can at least flip the ball around one, and then hopefully get back to it to get around the second. So Rise finally does jump up for this, but as we said, Alpha has the flip, uses it to get around Rise. Monkey Moon still stagnant on the back line, unable to get enough speed to get to challenge this ball fast enough. Alpha comes back down, lands on the ball, and puts it past the last defenders on BDS. So this situation really does come down to how quickly Rise challenges this ball. Because with Rise sitting on the ground for so long, he also freezes Monkey Moon on this back line. You see, if Rise challenges earlier, Alpha is forced to use this flip earlier, which might buy Monkey Moon enough time to build up the speed to be able to get out to challenge this ball. But because Rise waits so long, Monkey Moon just simply can't get out to challenge in time, and Alpha gets a free second touch right into the net. So again, some awkward positioning, putting two defenders in the same spot, causing some hesitation on the back line, makes it so that we're not challenging the ball fast enough, and we're giving Team Vitality way too much free space on the field. Moving on to our third example here, we're going to see Team Vitality launching a counter-attack downfield, with once again all three members of Team BDS rotating very, very close to each other. Seiko is going to jump up and get this challenge here, which forces Zen to play the ball to the backboard with no control. The problem we have is that because all of Team BDS is rotating back at the same time, no one can get up to challenge this ball as it bounces back towards Radosin. So Radosin now has another free touch, and he's going to drop it down into space here in the midfield, in between all of the Team BDS defenders, again where no one can really get out to challenge it easily. So with Seiko being bumped, Rise is the next player up to challenge Radosin here. He's going to go ahead and get this block, and is going to force the ball up to the backboard. Now again, because we're all in this similar situation rotating back, this ball again is going to bounce off the backboard, and nobody is in a position to jump out to challenge it. But now here's the situation where we need to, again, cut down as many options for Alpha 54 as possible. If we look at the positioning of the BDS defense, we'll see Seiko has now recovered and will be rotating back post, so we can trust that he'll be able to make some kind of save here on an immediate shot from Alpha, at least on this far right-hand side of the net. So if we're Monkey Moon here, what we need to do is we need to restrict Alpha's options, and in this instance, I think the best thing we can do is drive up this backboard. That way, if Alpha puts a shot on the left side of the net, Monkey Moon can jump out to defend it. If it's on the right side, Seiko can defend it. But if Alpha does try to play to the backboard, Monkey Moon is there to deny that space as well. As we can see, Monkey Moon has very low boost in this situation as we roll this forward, and we can see that he chooses to drive into the net, theoretically expecting an immediate shot from Alpha. But again, what we're doing here is we're putting two defenders in the same spot. Both Seiko and Monkey Moon are now in the net, and we have given up the backboard totally for free to Alpha, which is typically something very dangerous that you do not want to do. Because as Alpha comes forward, he puts this ball off the free backboard, and now we're in a world of trouble with both Seiko and Monkey Moon sitting flat-footed on the goal line, just trying to jump and react to the shot that Alpha's going to put on. And if we know anything about trying to predict and guess where Alpha is going to go, you're not going to win that challenge all too often. So yes, in this situation, Monkey Moon had very low boost, but we want to give ourselves the best chance to be successful as possible, and in this instance, driving into the net and putting ourselves in the same spot as Seiko was not really the play we would have wanted to go for. Lastly, we're going to move on to what everyone probably believes is the biggest mistake made across the entire tournament. Down 4-3 with 36 seconds left, Team BDS is about to launch a counterattack that looks like it's going to give them an open net to tie up the game. So as this ball bounces out towards Seiko, he's going to go ahead and let it bounce off the wall, and we'll see that Alpha respects this one-on-one and turns back towards the net, seeing that Seiko has control of the ball here. Seiko is going to go ahead and get this nice touch over the top of Alpha as Alpha tries to turn and be unpredictable in his challenge and rush Seiko as fast as possible. Seiko is going to go ahead and get this ball around him. So in this current situation, it looks like we have a wide open net. As long as nobody touches this ball, Monkey Moon is in a perfect position to just walk forward, slot this ball into the net, and tie up the game with only 30 seconds to go. However, Seiko here, being pressured from behind by Zen, is going to think that he needs to speed up this ball just a little bit to make sure Zen can't get back to make a save, and in doing so, he is unfortunately going to throw off the already jumped Monkey Moon and cause Monkey Moon to hit this ball off the post. Now, we'll never quite know what the outcome of this play would have been if Seiko just doesn't touch the ball. But from what it looks like, if Seiko doesn't touch this, Monkey Moon is scoring. But you can also understand what's going on in Seiko's mind here as he sees Zen coming in from behind, and he wants to just try to accelerate the ball into the net as fast as possible. Everyone thinks that what occurs between Monkey Moon and Seiko is the biggest mistake that occurred in this play. But I'll make an argument here that Rise is going on autopilot behind this play and is actually going to be the reason that Team BDS not only doesn't score, but then gives up a goal on the other end. Because if we flip over to Rise POV, look at how close he is to this goal and how low boost he has. With only 16 boost and this ball bouncing back into the midfield off the post, he basically has given himself no chance to get back on defense if anything were to go wrong in this situation. Looking at the clock, we still have 30 seconds, so plenty of time to make a play if we need to. But by pushing up so aggressively on this play, we have made it that if anything goes wrong here, we are basically giving up a free net the other way because we will not be able to get back quickly at all. And as we see, if we roll this forward, this ball comes bouncing back right over Rise's head. He is literally in the Team Vitality box, and now he tries to turn around, and oh yeah, Radosin is right there to clean up this ball and put it in for an open net. So yes, was there a massive mistake between Monkey Moon and Seiko? Of course, this should have been a wide open net, for Team BDS. But Rise, thinking that it's going to be open, completely went on autopilot and didn't even consider what would happen if this ball doesn't go in. Because even from this perspective, you can't necessarily tell if Seiko is going to get back to make this save or not. So we never want to take this big of a risk on just full boosting forward when we still need to tie the game. Because if something goes wrong, as it does here, we are just completely out of position and have completely ruined our chances of making the comeback here. That'll just about do it for this analysis of the mistakes made by Team BDS in the grand final of the Spring Major. Definitely some things that are very easy to clean up, and seeing as how Team BDS had an absolutely fantastic tournament at the Spring Major, I cannot wait to see what they do at the World Championship in just a few weeks. Of course, if you guys do enjoy videos like this, make sure you click that subscribe button right down below this video so you make sure you don't miss any future Rocket League content. Additionally, if you'd like to be more involved in this community, please consider joining my Discord, linked down in the description below. So thank you everybody so much for watching, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. See you later, guys. And if you're looking for some more Rocket League entertainment, might I recommend checking out this playlist right here for some more RLCS replay analysis. Or check out this video over here to see the camera settings for the greatest team in Rocket League, Team Vitality.